everyone, welcome to today's video, and today we're gonna go over my top 10 villains of 2023 so far. And I'm gonna say it right away, I only seen one TV show that come out in 2023, but I have seen a good number of movies. I wish I had seen more movies because I haven't seen that many movies this year. At least not movies that come out this year, and that's really suck. But I'm gonna make a video about the thing I have seen so far, and I'm gonna make another video like this at either in December or January. So with that out of mind, let's get started. Number 10 is Arlong from the live action One Piece. Now I'm gonna say it right away, the one in the anime is much better, but that's not to say that this is a bad version of Arlong. In fact, I actually enjoyed it. He could have been better, but I didn't think it was a bad adaptation of the character. I think the actor really did a great job, and I think the writers really knew what they were doing, and I really understand the direction they went with. I'm not going to talk too much about him, because if you've seen the live action One Piece, you will understand a bit of what I'm meaning. And that is it for number 10. Number 9 is Sofina from Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Now I'm going to say it right away, I like the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Again, it could have been better, but I think it was a great movie, and I think Sofina was a great villain. Normally, I'm not too big of a fan of the characters that is just pure evil, but I think that it worked for this character. I think it worked because of the actor worked. So again, I'm trying not to spoil too much, but seeing how she laughs at our main protagonist when he thinks he's speaking to his daughter, it actually shows a little bit of how cruel she really can be. And then again, that is one of the reasons why we like her. She is evil, there's not that much depth to the character, but then again, not every character needs it to shine. Number 8 is Calypso. Now, the reason why I add her so low on this list is because unlike her other sister, there's not too much depth into her. Her other sister's actually trying to not be as evil as she is. Her older sister try actually to only get the golden apple, the staff, and the power back to Olympus, but she is actually willing to destroy her as revenge for what humanity did when they stole the power of the gods. And then again, I don't really understand that she is that type of character. After all, she is a goddess of chaos or something, but I still feel like her sister had more depth than she has. And I still like the character. I think she worked really well. I understand why she ended up being the main villain, but she could have been done better, in my opinion. And I know this is a top 10 villain list of 2023, but I just have to bring this out. But one thing I have to mention is that the actor that plays her did an excellent job. I really like this actor. I think she was working as well as she could with what she had. And if it weren't for this actor, I think this character would actually be either number 9 or number 10. So again, the actor did really help the character. Coming up at number 7 is Wayne Bailey from Scream 6. Now, I'm gonna say it right away. I really think this character was the most surprising in the entire Scream franchise. Now, we had evil parents in this franchise before, in Scream 2, but in this one, I wasn't really sure who was gonna be Ghostface. And the way he actually took out those two previous who pretended to be Ghostface earlier on was actually a really great idea. I really liked what they did there. And the character, a father that trying to avenge his son, is a really great motivation. I really liked the character. I liked what he did. I liked how the writer did it. Of course, I didn't like what he did. Killing is wrong, of course, but I liked the way they made the character. You understand why he hates our main protagonist because of his son's death, and that is understandable. He wants revenge. Number 6 is Damien Anderson from Creed 3. Now I'm gonna say what I like about him, and that is that he actually is a bit sympathetic when you learn that he thinks his old friend abandoned him. Of course, it doesn't fully excuse the way he is in the movie, but it put up a sense of sympathy for the character and understanding. I do think that the actor did a great job, and I don't think the character would have been as great if it weren't for the actor. But Damien Anderson as number 6 is a really great ranking in my opinion. I think the character was done well. I think the actor did well. I think the writer knew what they're doing. I know I'm repeating a bit of what I said earlier, but I feel like that's sometimes the best way to move. I also think that the rivalry he gets with the main character works well. Old friends turned enemies. And it also helped that he reconciled with the main character in the end. Number 5 is Dracula from Renfield. Now, this is a funny and pure evil version of Dracula. I said this in a previous video that the Lord of the Damned should be pure evil, and that is what this actor really pulled off here. The writer managed to pull it off as well, writing a character that no one has any sympathy for. That really worked well, and he worked as a great antagonist. I liked many of the version of Dracula out there, especially those that show him in his most evil, but Renfield really kicked ass in my opinion. This version of Dracula is a character I love to hate, and I is actually laughing my ass off when he is on screen, and I really understand why Renfield wants to get away from him. I really like this version of Dracula. He did really well, and this next one is going to be difficult because it wasn't that unlikely that I might have put him higher on the list if there was any other character. So then again, Dracula number 5 is only gonna get harder to rank from here. Number 4 is the High Evolutionary from Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, just one line show how massive ego he has. I'm gonna tell you it right now. God is not real. That's why I stepped in. That in itself show this character's ego. And when you think about it, he is pretty clever as well. He is really great scientist, but he is cruel and evil through and through. There was a moment when I thought he might not be as evil as I thought, but that quickly disappeared a little bit later in the movie. I don't think this character have a redeeming quality. And when Rockets say you didn't care about making things perfect, you just hate things the way they were. That describes the character perfectly. I think the actor is the reason why this character is so great. If you had a really bad actor in this role, then I do think that was damaged the character a lot. So again, the actor did a great job, the writers did a great job, and the director and the story, mwah! And now let's talk about Kang the Conqueror from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Now, this is one of the way you set up a really big bad. I know a lot of people didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I think the movie was fine in my opinion, and I think one of the reasons is Kang the Conqueror. This great evil villain, and we love him for it. I think the actors knew what he was doing when he was playing this character, and you really understand why this character is a threat. And all those things together really show how great of a villain he is. He admits he has killed Avengers before, and saying how can Ant-Man stop it when all he does is talk to ants. He didn't say it exactly that way, but it really shows how much stronger he is than Ant-Man in himself. And Scott would not beat him if it weren't for Hank Pym being in the quantum realm with him and the others. So one character made the biggest difference. And there was a moment when I thought Scott Lang wasn't going to walk out of this movie alive, that I really thought Kang was going to kill him, and that just helped seeing more of the threat in my opinion. I liked the actor, I liked the character, and I liked the story they went with him. The next villain is Dante from Fast X. Now, he is my favorite villain from Fast and the Furious franchise. I really like what the writers did with this character, and casting Jason Momoa as this villain. I could almost cry of how perfect of a casting this is. I love this villain. He's evil, he's sadistic, he's a sociopath. He doesn't have any redeeming quality other than he did care for his dad. But besides that, he is evil. He is humanly evil. He's not like those other, like Kang the Conqueror or High Evolutionary. He's different because he's so real. This is a person that could exist in the real world. We consider how much of a sociopath he is. I really think this one is the best villain in Fast and Furious, and I could go on and on about why I like this character, but if I do that, we'll never be done with this video. Number 2, Dante from Fast X. I love him! But you might wonder, if Dante from Fast X isn't my number 1 villain of this year, who is then number 1? Well, I'm gonna say it's Bowser from the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2023. I really think this is the best villain of the year, and that may be a little bit because I love Bowser as a character and a villain, but I also like the character with the voice actor they had. I like what they did with the character in this movie, how he's after Princess Peach about to force her to marrying him. It was a really hard call between him and Dante, but in the end I went with Bowser. I think this character was done great. I think the story fits well with him in it, and I really are hoping to see him in the next Super Mario Bros. Movie. I think this will be one of the greatest adaptations of a video game villain for years to come, and that's saying a lot. Maybe not a lot, but it's saying something. And that's it for this video. be aware that, as I said in the beginning of the video, I'm gonna make another more bigger version of this later in the end of the year or early next year. So it will be a top 20, maybe top 25 or top 15. I'm not really sure, but it will be around there. So if you are interested in seeing a bigger version of this on the end of the year or early next year, then subscribe, and I will hope to see you guys again next time.